What's up, guys? Neil here from Clearview Plastics out of Sacramento, California. And we have some new updates for the Bambu P1P that I want to show you, and I think that you'll be pretty excited. Check it out. Okay, so this is the new version of the Bambu Lab P1P enclosure by Clearview Plastics. And with this version, we're calling this 2.5. And one of the adjustments that we made, the main adjustment that we've made, is we've thickened up and made the corner parts a little thicker and a little sturdier. So what that really does is it makes it a little easier to print and just gives the sides a little bit of a cleaner line compared to the previous version. Um, and so we've also been working on a few accessories. The most notable that you can see up here is what we call the Lazy Susan. And in general, this enclosure that we're working on is kind of focused towards the power users, towards people that are running print farms, people that want to print with advanced filaments is what we're really focusing on. And so this what this is this is a 5 kilogram spool holder that fits and is fitted directly to the top of the enclosure and feeds right to the back of the printer. So people that are printing a lot, people that are printing advanced filaments, people that need to keep their filament dry and clean, then this is a good fit for that type of user. And so the other thing that we've also been working on is a fan and filter combo that is attachable to the back. Now, if you already have our enclosure, then you already have the mounts for this on your rear on your rear panel. And so what we have set up here is a fan, an exhaust fan that also it holds a HEPA carbon filter that's replaceable. We've designed this so that you can actually order these right on Amazon. They're only like $2 or $3 a piece. Super cheap, super easy, and replaceable. So this fan, it's connected to a 12 volt power supply and is manually switched. I don't have the switch hooked up, but it's just a little rocker switch so you can turn the fan on and off. Additionally, yeah, this can be used as a filter, but it can also be used as an exhaust fan. So people that are concerned about the kind of the health and efficacy and the cleanliness of 3D printing, this filter is a great option, but it also can be used as an exhaust hose or can connect up to a 4-inch exhaust hose to exhaust out to like an exhaust system or out a window or out a door, so that if you're concerned about fumes and stuff like that, this will help kind of ease that factor in that the filter can kind of take care of some of that. Or if you're printing with like ABS and ASA, you can just connect up a 4-inch hose and pump the fumes right outside. So also notice just a quick note on our rear panel. This is designed basically for some really nice compatibility. It still works with your spool holder here, your external spool holder. We do suggest to do some sort of enclosed spool holder though, to just reduce the amount of dust and keep the filament dry. And then also, our rear panel also gives you access to the AMS mounting points on the back here for the AMS buffer. And then lastly, our rear panel also gives you access to your belt adjustment screws, so you can make those adjustments super fast and on the fly. And so I wanted to go over a few questions that we commonly get about our Bambu Labs P1P enclosure. And the first one is basically what is included with the kit. And with our kit, we of course include the acrylic panels, and that's the front, the sides, the top, and then the rear panel as well. And we offer these panels in both acrylic and polycarbonate. So in acrylic, we offer it in clear, and then we also offer it in an amber orange, which looks pretty sick. For polycarbonate, the reasons that you might pick polycarbonate for your panels instead is they're definitely more durable, but they also have a higher surface temperature. So for those that are printing with materials like ASA and ABS, where you want a hot chamber temperature, you're printing with those materials often, then polycarbonate is going to be the way to go. If you're printing with a bunch of different materials and you print with advanced materials once in a while, polycarbonate is going to service you great, and it looks nice. It looks and feels great. So the next part is what hardware is included. And we, of course, include all of the hardware. Our hardware stack is actually much easier than other enclosures out there. So I think there's a total of about 30 screws. And if you have a 2.5 or 3 millimeter Allen wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver, then that's about all the tools that you need. We do suggest that you use manual hand tools, because when you're working with plastic, you want to be just a little bit nicer and a little bit more delicate than some of than if you're just than if you're using like power drills. And like I said, overall, this is an easier setup than some of the other options out there. Probably takes a fraction of the time, and is great for people that are advanced users and noobs alike. So, um, and then what you do have to make at home, or what you have to print at home, is you're going to basically be printing these corner pieces. It's 8 corner pieces. You're going to print the 3D printed hinges and the handle at home. We actually offer a couple of the 3D printed parts that hold magnets, and the TPU port in the back for the Bowden tube. All in all, this takes less than a full roll of filament to actually get this done. And then that way you can print it in whatever color you want. You can print it in whatever material you want, and then you get a pretty good printing experience out of it as well. And the new thing that we are actually including with the kit too is a nice little treat with every order as well. So that will help you stay satisfied while you set that bad boy up. So next question is, does our enclosure help to reduce the noises from this not so quiet printer? And so here's what it sounds like with the door closed and door open. So I would suggest it definitely helps with some of the noises, some of the ambient noises in the room, to help quiet this printer up just a little bit. And next one is this enclosure compatible with the AMS system? It absolutely is. We made a bracket that fits over the top to hold the AMS system. We like the fact that with the P1P, the AMS system is supposed to be suspended up and off just a little bit. That way you can kind of see down and into the print area to see what you're printing. And so that's just a super easy 3D printable shape as well. And then the way that we designed this back panel is your AMS buffer just attaches right on to the existing points and fits underneath this panel down here as well. Another question we get is, how do I keep the air quality kind of clean around my printer? And that's why we actually developed this exhaust fan and filter. So, if you're concerned about the health and fumes and just the particulate coming off from the 3D printing process, a filter and a fan are a great start. And so with our filter, we have replaceable HEPA filters that are carbon infused, and you can order these right on eBay, on Amazon rather. They're nice and cheap and easy to replace. You just can pull it right out, just like that. And this extra film is giving me a tough time. There we go. So like 30-second replacement, and that's one-handed. And so it also, if you're printing with advanced filaments that are much more stinky, like ABS and ASA, then this bracket actually doubles as an exhaust bracket as well. So we've got this fitted so that it will fit around a 4-inch exhaust hose. It's basically common dryer hose, and or on Amazon you can get it in like a PVC 4-inch exhaust hose, and that way you can point it out a window or a door, or if you have like an HVAC system for exhausting out air inside of an engineering or like a medical lab, then it helps with that as well. And then also, just in general, enclosing your printer in general will keep everything that you want, anything nasty, more inside the printer than if it was unenclosed as well. So the benefit of having an enclosure is that it keeps stuff that you want inside. Like if you're printing with advanced filaments, it keeps particulate inside, and it keeps the heat inside as well. And then if you have the enclosure, it also keeps the dust outside to make sure that your printing area is neat and clean without dust and cat hair and dog hair and stuff like that. So um, next question is, if I'm printing with PLA, does it get too hot with the enclosure? And the answer there is potentially. What you can see is you can get some heat creep. It's known as heat creep. That's when your hot end produces a little bit of heat into the extruder and causes the filament to get a little bit too slack, or it won't feed through the extruder, so that will appear so that what looks like a clog. And so and that's mostly with PLA that you would see that. And so if you're printing with PLA, like we put a temperature sensor up there for, let me see if I can get, so we got about 88 degrees in there. We're currently printing with PETG. So if you're printing with advanced filaments, you want it hot in there. But if you're printing with PLA, then what you actually want to make sure that you get is this fan, so that you're pumping out the warm air to keep your chamber nice and cool. And so I just wanted to finish off by saying that here at Clearview, we design, we build, and we ship all of these enclosures right out of our shop in Sacramento, California. And Clearview is very much a small business in that when you work with us, it comes with appreciation. And we try to show that through with your order. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us by email, by phone, or hit us up on the website. So thanks very much, guys. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.